The AAU scene is cooked, man. The NBA is cooked. Everything is cooked. Nas versus Austin Rivers. What we talking about these days, man? The play-in tournament is upon us. The playoffs is upon us. And I'm ready to talk about it all, man. I'm ready to talk about it all. My guy, E, what's up, my boy?
What's good, bro? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, bro. But look, I've been online and I'm watching some of these videos about AAU. Now, as some may know, I coach basketball, train. I've also played basketball, played the Division II level, right? And the reason why, well, not the reason why, but I know some of you guys, well, Division II ain't Division I. But the reason why I didn't play Division I is because I was ineligible. Did I have Division I schools recruiting me? Absolutely. So let's get that out of there, okay? Now, everyone is saying if your kid is good enough, they shouldn't pay for AAU. And here's where this conversation stems from. NBA players, former NBA players who says, I didn't have to pay. My mom didn't have to pay. I never had to pay. I didn't have to pay if you training. I wonder why. Maybe because you have an extraordinary talent, extraordinary height. When you're an extraordinary player, yeah, you don't have to pay. But then there's a plethora of players who's not gifted height-wise, not gifted with talent, and got to work their way up. I was one of those guys. I was a little tall for my age. I'm about 6'3". I was about 6 foot in the 8th grade, 5'11" in the 8th grade. But I didn't have that much talent. So on my AAU team, you know how we got to AAU tournaments? How we was able to afford the transportation, the hotels, the uniforms? And we had to at least put some money in our coaches' pockets, at some capacity. We had to wash cars. Malik Rose, former NBA player, stepped in and sponsored our team. Maybe a year or two on this team, maybe a year in or 2 years in, I was on this AAU team, and Malik Rose sponsored some shoes and also sponsored some uniforms for it. But before that, it was washing cars. Washing cars. E, would you wash cars and play in the AAU tournament?
Yeah, I'll do it for the grind, bro.
You do it for the grind?
I'll do it for the grind.
But what about every AAU tournament?
Every AAU tournament.
So you remember, so AAU tournaments, you go on there every other weekend.
Every other weekend?
Every other weekend. So every other week, you're washing cars.
That's tough. That's like a job.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's like a job, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm trying to kick to you.
That's mentally draining. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So there you go. And then imagine you losing in the tournament.
That's what I'm saying.
And you not getting no trophy. And what if you're not even a starter? What if you don't even play that much?
Yeah.
You just really trying to go.
Yeah, that's tough, bro.
So that's what I'm saying. So imagine how a parent would feel. So the parents say, you know what, I'll pay. Now let me tell you what you guys are paying for though. You're not only paying for the AAU fees, you're paying for your kid's exposure. Sure, he might not be college ready. That's fine. But do you want him to play at the local YMCA? The rec league? Where the dads is coaching and they trying to really just coach their son? Or do you want some experience coaching? Which one you rather have? Now, don't get me wrong. Every AAU team doesn't have the same objective to get kids better. But that's something for you as a parent to recognize early on. You have to see that vision for your kid. Now, if you didn't grow up in that world, well, you might not have been an athlete when you was growing. Maybe you were a good scholar. Maybe you are someone who took school very, very seriously and didn't care for sports. But your kids do. You might need to talk to someone about this. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every kid shouldn't pay. Sometimes you pay in the beginning, don't pay later. Once we started getting the sponsorships, we never had to pay. We didn't have to worry about it. That's the same thing now. If your kid you want your kid on his Nike team, right? All right, he's not good enough, then you might have to pay. Because that's going to support the coaches and everything else. Or you can go to a team that's not a Nike team and still pay, and your kid gets some playing time. Because that's the real uproar right now. But we got this thing in America especially, where we believe that the coaches and the teachers of the world should be paid little to nothing. We believe that the teachers should be paid little to nothing. The coaches be paid little to nothing. But we don't got no problem giving Phil Knight our money every month, every other month. Your kid wants some new Nikes, you don't mind giving them. They're billionaires. I can tell you this. I remember more from my coaches when I was young than I do with shoes I wore at that time. I can't tell you what I wore in the 9th grade, what shoes I wore in the 9th grade. Actually, I can't. I think I had the Jamal Crawfords, actually. but I can't wear those shoes now. I can tell you the drill my coach, Bob Pembleton, showed me that I still use to this day to help me with my footwork. I can tell you the details of it and why. So when we sit here and we complain, oh, you're good, you shouldn't have to pay. Don't listen to those NBA players, man. They're extraordinary talent. They less than 1%, bro. If your kid want to play basketball, just make sure it's in the budget. And then make sure your kid go to practice. Your kid is in school 6 hours a day, they send them home with homework. You never say to yourself, man, why they sending you home with homework? Wasn't you just there for 6 hours? It's the same thing with basketball. Your kid got 2 AAU practices a week, send them. Make sure they also train on their own. Make sure you help them out. Rebound for them. If you don't know nothing about basketball, go ahead and rebound for them. You know how to chase the ball and pass it, right? They got practice 5 days a week. Make sure they are working out on their own to get return on your ROI. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. But let's not listen to these NBA players that, I never played for training. No, duh. You 6'9", and you can dunk the damn basketball. What they going to train you to do? The NBA scouts are already looking at you. Maybe if you did have a trainer, you could hit a jump shot other than just run and dunk. But shoot, this would suffice. You'll get a Division I scholarship. You'll go to the NBA. We got to stop this, man. You know what else is cooked, E?
Yeah, what's cooked, bro?
NBA, bro.
Damn.
The NBA is cooked, bro.
What makes you say
You
that?
see the Kings? You see the Kings losing on purpose?
I seen a couple of teams lose on purpose,
Bro, my man was following Seth Curry.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Come on, bro. This dude is solid. Listen, the NBA has to do a better job with this, right? Now, they're trying. They're trying. And back in February, the Utah Jazz was fined $500,000 because they sat Maury Marketing and Jaren Jackson. And it was against they violated, let me get this right. They violated the league's player participation policy. They call it conduct detrimental. So here's what that means, right? Players are sitting out in the fourth quarter, some games, so their teams can purposely lose so they have a better chance of tanking if they're not going to win. Now, here's the problem with this. I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons. First thing is, what does the fans have to look to? Can you imagine living in Utah and you got season tickets? And in some part of your mind, you gotta know that, man, I don't think Maury ain't gonna play. His right calf hurt. That kills the league, man. It kills the league. Then you have all this, you have the gambling. Now, I'm not against it. I don't do it personally, but there are people who do, and I'm not mad at that. But do it responsibly. And I don't think you should be betting on certain players and certain teams.
You want to say it one time?
Like, for instance, I'm not betting on Maury Marketing and the season damn near over, and you thinking he gonna shoot 25 times, he might not be in the game that long.
Okay.
You gotta pick your poison.
Yeah.
Pick your poison.
You can bet the under though.
You can pick the under. You can pick the under for sure. You can pick the under. I'll give you that. But damn, you can pick the under. I think, you know what? That's a good. Listen, I want to play devil advocate, but that's a good strategy. I probably gave y'all some game near.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or he probably gave y'all some game near, where you can just pick the under. It's the last game of the season. You can pick the under on Memorial Marketing.
Nah, they're not playing him last game of the
Yeah,
season.
he ain't gonna play him last game of the season for sure.
He's here in the fourth quarters, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you can pick the. See, that's make it challenging. See, they crafty. But once they and here's what you do. Once you get to the second half of the season, and they already know they're not gonna make the playoffs, or the team that's up for the first round pick, you can bet the under on those guys a lot.
Yep.
You can bet the under. You can bet the under on those guys a lot.
After the All-Star break.
After the All-Star break is when you start really betting. That's when you start really betting, man. So I'm just trying to give y'all some game. Real hoopers understand this, man. Real hoopers understand this. But I just think the league has to do a better job with the player participation part of it, bro. Like, at some point, people gonna get fed up, man.
I personally don't see a major problem with it, because it's not happening to like the teams that people are expecting, who people have high expectations from. It's happening from the bottom teams who are trying to rebuild, tanking teams. So with teams like that, it's like, man, y'all can do what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I agree with that because ultimately we never watch all 30 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be a losing team.
Yeah.
But I think it's a blatant disrespect to the fans that come to the game and they like, oh man, I love Mario Marketing, I love Jaren Jackson, I'm glad they've traded for him, I want to watch him. And they say, all right, we're going to switch you out for the fourth quarter.
That is kind of disrespectful. You making that trade for Jaren Jackson, people are getting excited about the team, see how they're going to play, and then you sit them for the fourth quarter. That is kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
If I'm a fan of the Jazz, I'll be disappointed, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got a friend, shout out my guy, Courage, man. He's from Atlanta. And somehow he loved the Utah Jazz. And he has so much faith in Ace Bailey and all these guys. And I'm like, bro, you're going to be fighting for your life. He swears that the next 3 years, the Utah Jazz is going to be the next 1996, 97 Utah Jazz. He swears Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer is coming back. Now, granted, I think they got a lot of good talent coming in if they do get the kid AJ DeBanta. But you don't know if he's gonna be a champion in the NBA. You don't know if he can keep up with the NBA. You don't know if this kid can stay healthy. So don't take it for granted. You got some good talent, man. And then the rules keep changing. These little ticky-tack fouls they keep giving, man. That a lot of that starts to bother some of the die-hard fans, the old heads, because what happens is you get guys compared to the greats that don't deserve to be compared to the greats just yet. Now, my man E gonna be offended with this. But let's think about Luka. Let's think about Luka, right? Luka averages 33 points. He averages 33 points a game. But shoot 12 free throws a game. Now, the last player to average over 33 to 35 points in a Laker jersey is Kobe Bryant. But Kobe Bryant averaged 10 free throws a game, right? Okay. You may say to yourself, oh, that's no big deal. But he averaged 35 points. Now imagine if Kobe Bryant played in this era. If he averaged 35 points when there was no ticky-tack fouls, he might have averaged 40 that year. Because you got to think of it like this. Luka averaged 12 free throws a game, right? But he only shooting 78%. Ooh, nasty, ain't it?
Yeah.
Kobe shot that boy at 85%.
Okay.
He would have averaged 40 right now. But then you compare the two. Oh yeah, it's Kobe. Oh, who's the greatest Laker? Who? Luka just broke Kobe Bryant's record of most points scored in a month last month. Right?
Yep.
So now you like, yo, maybe Luka might be the best Laker ever now. But he ain't put that work in like Kobe. So when you start changing these rules, people get upset. People get offended by that, man. It makes the NBA hard to follow. I'm not taking nothing away from Luka. Is he nice? Absolutely. 1,000%. I think his game is extremely unique. He's not blow by speed. He's not dominant in athleticism when it comes to jumping. He's just going to slow walk you. The shots that look like bad shots are great shots to him. His ability to change speed and direction, but not really change speed, is amazing. But one of the things that he do really well is get fouled.
Yep. But see, I don't like when you say get foul. I feel like we use more technical terms. And
What? He draw fouls.
get to the line.
Get to the line, draw fouls. I mean, this shit.
Draws fouls makes it has a negative connotation to it.
It don't have a
It
net.
does.
I think, listen, you can't score 33 points with no free throws.
It's because of Shea, though. Shea was foul.
Yeah, this is but it's not. See, here's the thing. It's not even the players, bro. You know who it is? It's the rules. See, the players are blamed for the rules. If you change the rules or you keep the rules the same, you get traditional fans. You get people who love the sport. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that Luka was not a good player, but if we just stop the whole flop, the pump fake, lean in, that's going to take at least out of 12 of these free throws a game, that's going to at least take away 5 of them.
But but some of those things are genuine fouls.
They are fouls. They are fouls. But I think some of them are ticky-tack, though. Some of them you just like, what? Is that a foul?
Yeah, no.
How is that a foul?
Fair enough.
Like, I know you a Luka fan, but I'm pretty sure you watched somebody foul and you was like, what? They call a foul on that?
No, every foul.
Nah, bro. Heck no. Like, listen, there's some Jordan fans out there that I know is out there, and I know they watched the Jordan game. They was like, he didn't even touch him. Rex Chapman did not touch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And then here's the thing. Tanking don't always work. Look, people keep the NBA cooked because now you got all these rules being changed. You have people losing games on purpose, but tanking don't always work. Like, who's to say your number one pick gonna be good? Right? Like, I did some research, right? So when you think about the last NBA, let's look up. I had to pull it up over here. Let's look up the last NBA number one picks. All right, let me see here.
We're going down the list. I know Cooper Flag was the last one.
Cooper Flag was the last one. Let's talk about that. Cooper Flag, right? Cooper Flag, he's looking good. He's looking good. But what about the Ben Simmons?
Okay.
Damn, imagine you tanking for Ben Simmons.
But Ben Simmons, he was nice though.
He was okay.
Nah, he was coming off.
He was nice for a second.
That's what
You're
I'm
right.
saying.
He was nice for a second.
He
But
showed some promise.
But it didn't. But look, they had the Sixers fan base trusting the process for years because of that.
Yeah.
What about What about 2024?
Zachary.
How's he panning out? Atlanta Hawks. What if you tank for that?
Yeah.
Victor Wembanyama, 2023, good deal. Do you think Paulo Ventura was worth it in 2022?
You see, Paulo shows he shows promises at times.
But what the number one draft pick used to be reserved for the guys who's going to change the franchise.
I see what you're saying, but that's hard to get that down every year.
That's what I'm saying, though. But here's the whole thing about it, bro. Here's the whole thing about it. You can say it's hard to do. You can say it's hard to do, But that's the role you take on when you're the number one pick.
Yeah.
That's the role you take on when you're the number one pick. So when people sit here tanking, I mean, I get it. AJ DeBanson might be the guy, right?
Yep.
But who's to say? Who's to say he's going to pan out the way we think he is? He might get to Utah and get Snow Bunny crazy. I mean, he already in Utah already.
That's crazy.
He already in Utah already. So he know he got his college friends around him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He might not be ready for the pro life. He might take a while to be ready for the pro life.
Nah, so I feel like when you, I mean, I've been hearing some stories about AJ DeBanson and the investments that was made on him. I feel like when you make that big of an investment, if those stories are true, you make sure your investment is, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's going to be
Says
grown.
who?
You don't
Says
think so?
who?
Like, just going through history. There hasn't been a number one pick who failed, like, from vices or whatever the case may be.
What? That's not true. Hold up. I'm about to pull it up. 30. I'm about to pull this up. I mean, because this thing taking too long. Hold up, man. We're going to look it up right now. Because that's not true. I'm thinking of, what about what's his dude name? So Cade Cunningham panned out. Mm-hmm. Anthony Edwards panned out. Mm-hmm. Zion Williams, you tank for him? He was worth it? He's worth
tough. He's doing better this season.
He's doing better this season.
More games this season.
7 years later.
So that's tough.
And 7 years later, number one pick supposed to put everybody in the stands. He's supposed to be the person who merch you buy. You bought some Zion sneakers?
Zion by no Zion.
Yeah, Zion. All right, let's go. Keep going. DeAndre Ayton?
That's tough.
DeAndre Ayton average, but his career average around 17 to 19 points.
Tough. But he's not. But he was almost at the league though.
When?
This past season.
He wasn't about to be. I mean, he wasn't. He's just not a star player. What about Markelle Fultz?
Markelle Fultz, that's tough. He was almost at the league too.
He was out the league. He just got back in the league with the Raptors.
Yeah, there you go.
That's your number one pick, 2018.
That's tough.
then the Sixers tanked again. Well, the Sixers tanked the year prior to get Ben Simmons. Did he pan out?
Ben Simmons, he was nice.
He was okay.
He was nice.
He was decent.
Come on, bro.
He had a lot of potential.
Nice. He was nice though.
No, bro.
You don't think he was nice?
Not no number one pick. But listen, he was probably nice, right? But you talking about him being a number one pick. The number one pick is your Allen Iverson, your LeBron James.
That's what I'm saying. He came out the gate averaging like 18, 20.
He was decent for that time. But you gotta think Allen Iverson carried the Sixers for years. LeBron carried the Cavs for years.
I mean, that would be hard for him to, at least Ben Simmons in particular, because he had Joel Embiid on that team. So it would be hard for you. It would be you now at that point. You're asking him to come and complement our star players to play. You know what
I'm not sitting here saying he didn't have a good season or two. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying though, was it worth it? Okay. 2016, 10 years later, you looking. Was Ben Simmons worth the tank to lose a fan base to? Mm-hmm. I mean, Karl Anthony Towns panned out to me, right? He was number one pick 2005. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins was decent for the Wolves at first. At first.
Would you say he panned out? Would you say his career panned out though?
I mean, he's a extraordinary role player.
That's what I'm saying. He's a good player.
That's not what you get the number one pick for though. That's something you get maybe after the lottery. First round guys could still can be, you know, good players, good assets to the team, but the number one pick is like guys you like, yo, I can make a lot of money off this dude, merch, or not injury. Anthony Bennett, 2013.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Cavs had the number one. Listen, the Cavs had the number one pick in between 2010 and 2014. They had the number one pick 3 times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kyrie Irving panned out.
For as a number one pick.
He won a championship. Hit some big shots for a championship. Even after 2000, even after picking Andrew Wiggins, Anthony Bennett, they still had to go back and get LeBron.
Yeah.
Right? John Wall panned out to a certain extent. I like John Wall. But look at Greg Oden. Greg Oden was drafted before Kevin Durant. You don't think the Trailblazers is kicking themselves in the ass not picking Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Like, we gotta look at this type of stuff. And everybody else, LeBron, Dwight, they panned out. Andrew Bogut, injury after injury.
Nah, he wasn't bad for Golden State though.
He wasn't bad for Golden State as a 5th or 6th option. That's not the number one's pick job. The number one pick supposed to change the game. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Hey, make sure y'all guys subscribe, like, share, follow us on all platforms, Score Society, and make sure y'all support the brand, man. You know, goesactivewear.com. Use code RealHoopers at checkout to receive 15% off all items. We appreciate the love, man. Let's get back into it. Now, E, you a young guy, man. This is going to be a good conversation for you. Nas versus Austin Rivers.
That's crazy, bro.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it for Austin Rivers, bro?
For Austin Rivers, I would say it is worth it, bro.
No, it's not.
Step
bro.
out there, bro.
It's not worth it for no damn Austin.
come
I
on,
see
hoop,
stuff,
bro.
guys. I see guys saying stuff like, "Oh yeah, he'll make $100K in an hour. I take that." Dog, that money don't mean nothing to him. These dudes make millions of dollars. Let's be clear. Like, let's go. Like, how much did he make in his overall career?
Oh, a career earnings.
Yeah, look that up for me. How much did Austin Rivers make in his overall career? But it's levels to this, man. Y'all gotta stop this, bro. It's levels to this. Like, here's my thing. I don't understand if you making money on YouTube, right? And you played in college, and you probably wasn't the greatest player in college. Like, I looked up some stats for Nas, and I think he averaged like 7 points in college, right? Which is cool, okay? Because that's even hard to do. But come on, man. Why can't YouTube be enough? See, y'all challenging these former athletes, and when y'all should be collabing with them. Yo, man, what can I be doing better? Yo, man, I got a business idea for you. Now, when you guys go to those people and you got some business ideas, they're going to look at you like you crazy. They're going to look at you like you crazy, man. Y'all...
My fault. I have the career earnings for you.
Wait. How much you made?
Austin Rivers in his 11 years earned about $57.3 million.
You think $100,000 mean anything to him? And he's still getting paid now.
Yep.
So you already know he got the connections. He had his own podcast, so you know they're going to pay him for that. He on TV, they're going to pay him for that. You don't think he making more than $100,000 a year? Still probably making some great money off investments. If he plays Nas, right, let's say he lose. That's only do things for Nas. Let's say Nas lose. That only do things for Nas. He held his own, man. Remember that move? If the score was 33-3, people going to highlight the 3 points that Nas scored. They're not going to highlight Austin Rivers. I've had people on my show who from Florida, Tampa, and said it. Austin Rivers was the best high school player they ever seen. And this coming from other basketball players, bro. This coming from basketball players who've seen T-Mac. AR mixtapes was crazy back in the day. Austin Rivers averaged double digits in the league. He played for Duke, 16 points a game. Only played 1 year. It's levels, man. It is levels to this shit. I think about when Blueface fought Floyd Mayweather. He was sparring Floyd Mayweather. Now, we expected Floyd Mayweather to do what Floyd Mayweather to do. But we was like, yo, man, little Blueface, he got little hands on him. That only did something for Blueface. Nothing for Floyd Mayweather. Now, if Blueface would have dropped Floyd Mayweather, it would have been like, oh, Floyd Mayweather, oh, and we would have never heard the end of it. So if I was those guys, I wouldn't be trying to play y'all one-on-one neither. For what? I have nothing to prove to you. I've already proved it. And then another thing too, and this is not Austin Rivers' situation. Everybody not good at one-on-ones. I used to play one-on-ones nonstop when I was in college. Then there was guys on my team who ran off screens nonstop in college. And they had more points than me in the game. Some dudes know how to play in the game better than how to play one-on-one. So it doesn't say anything, don't mean anything. I saw a clip where Nas was like, man, I can get you 75,000. You think he care about that? It's chump change. It's chump change.
That's crazy to say that, bro.
75K is chump change when you made $57 million over the course of your career, bro. It's chump change. You know what I'm saying? These dudes' mortgages is probably that much. It's chump change. It's chump change, bro. Like, I mean, hopefully it's not 75,000. But at the end of the day, man, I don't think these guys understand the levels. Like, there was one YouTube guy, I forget his name. He played one-on-one. He came out and said Isaiah Thomas didn't want to play one-on-one for the culture. And he lost respect for Isaiah Thomas because he didn't want to play one-on-one. What? Isaiah Thomas was in the comments like, yo, bro, that wasn't the energy you had when we was face-to-face. What? Why does Isaiah Thomas average 28 points a game for the Boston Celtics? Eastern Conference Finals. Now he's trying to gain the respect of a YouTuber? Like, nothing, no disrespect to YouTube, but it's levels, bro. Like, you could be making the money on YouTube. You making them bread on YouTube. But it ain't Jay-Z's. Like, let's be clear. You could be the greatest actor on YouTube, but you ain't Denzel Washington. It's levels. It's levels. You could be the best one-on-one player on here. But it ain't Jamal Crawford, J.R. Smith. It ain't Kobe. And like, we gotta respect it. Instead of always competing, let's talk to him. What you think I can improve on? Can I work out with you? Do you still work out? Can we get a training session together? Maybe you would do better doing that. He would do better doing that, bro.
Asking for a training session?
If y'all worked out together in content, and let's say you hit more shots than him, that'd be better. Because now you got now you actually collabing with someone. Y'all earning the respect of each other, and people can really see you get into the grind. People see you really working out. Now, don't get me wrong, a one-on-one could be better, right? But you know they're not going to take the challenge because they already succeeded that. They already exceeded that.
You know, I saw online Kyrie Irving play one-on-one with some YouTube creators.
Right.
Hezzy guy.
I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen
that. I feel like doing stuff like that, you earn the respect of the basketball community more. Like when Kevin Durant went to Rucker Park and played, when Kobe went to Rucker Park, like doing stuff like that. You know
I think I agree with that, right? I think you definitely earn more respect, but I don't think you lose respect if you don't do it.
You don't lose respect, but I'm saying, but what if these creators came up to the former pro athletes and instead of proposing it in the one-on-one, like 1v1 of the crowd of people, and it's wild in a controlled setting where it's like maybe
that's fine. You know that's what normally happens after you work out.
Okay.
Right? Like you could work out with Kyrie and then like, yo, check it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, check it up. You better off doing that than saying, all right, I want to play you one-on-one for 50,000. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes it's like a slap in the face.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just imagine, right? I remember, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I remember I reached out to someone, and I ain't gonna say his name. He's a trainer, but he's a popular trainer. And I was like, yo, I'll give you a few hundred for the interview. He already said yes to the interview. I'm thinking like, first off, I didn't really know how popular he was. To the basketball community, people told me about him. I did look at his page, but I was like, you know what, man? Like, I want to give him something. He already said yes. He never responded after that. After I posed a few hundred or whatever the case, he never responded after that. Because he was probably looking at it like, yo, bro, I don't need your money. And the fact that you only gonna give me that's crazy. I'm cool on that. I get paid more than that the hour just to train. So sometimes you offering money is a slap in the face to people who already have it. It's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to understand there's levels to money, there's levels to all of it, man. Let's talk about basketball, man. Let's talk about the play-in, man. The play-in. Do you like the play-in? Do you like the idea of the play-in?
Yeah, I enjoy it, bro.
I like the play-in. You know what I think though about the play-in? If I was the 8th seed, I'm like, damn it. Because ultimately, traditionally, right, I should be in. 7th and the 8th seed should be in. But now y'all like, nah, let's get a 9th and 10th from some opportunity. And it's what, one game?
Yeah, one game.
It's one game, so they can get hot. And now your whole season down the drain.
Yep.
So imagine the 7th and 8th seed fighting for their life. You got so the 7th and 8th seed for the East, right? Mm-hmm. Is Magic and the Sixers. You follow me?
Yep.
Now the Sixers, they've been fighting for their life through injuries. Maxey out. Joel Embiid is out next. Paul George do whatever he did. He's out. So now they 8th seed. But they held on. They held on through the skills of VJ Edgecombe. Some young guys stepped up. Now they like, damn, we might not even make it. We might not even make it in now. Because now the Hornets and the Heat got to play against each other. So the Hornets and the Heat, because they want to give the 9th and 10th an opportunity, right? Now the 7th and 8th might not get in. Or one of the 7th and 8th will get in. But it's crazy though. Like, I like it as a fan, because that's why they do it, right? That's why they make these new rules, these new tournaments, because they want fans to enjoy it. But it sucks for the players though. It sucks for the players. Now you have the Hornets and the Heat in the 9th and 10th spot. I like the Heat winning that. The Heat actually, you know what? It's up in the air. Because here's why. Charlotte is now finding his way. Charlotte is actually playing really well. Miami and Charlotte, their season series is 3-1 Miami way. Miami is averaging 126 points in their meetings. Miami won most of the games early. Before Charlotte get hot. The last game they played, Charlotte won. And Miami shot 53% from the field, 40% from three-point line, and they was out-rebound. They was also out-rebound, but Bam Adebayo didn't play. That game. And here's the common denominator for the Charlotte Hornets when it comes to losing to the Miami Heat is the turnovers. You got to take care of the ball. I think if Charlotte can take care of the basketball, they can win that game. They can definitely win that game. And that'd be exciting. That'd be exciting to see for LaMelo in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying.
Playoff LaMelo? That's a new look.
But they got to win 2 games. So 9th and 10th got to play the loser 7th and 8th for the 8th spot.
They got so the 9th and so they got to play 2 games. Mm-hmm. No, I thought it was.
It's one game elimination, but 7th and 8th they play 1 game for that 7th spot.
Right.
Then they're gonna play the winner of 9th and 10th. So 9th and 10th got to win 2 games.
Got you. Okay, that makes it a little fair. I mean, I still it's out. It was That's tough. Yeah. That's kind of tough though. But even if they win against Charlotte, won against Miami, they still was just 1 turnover less. But they won by a wide margin. So I'm rooting for Charlotte. I think Miami can win it, but I'm going to go with the underdog because this is what the brand is about. So I'm going to say Charlotte. We're going to see what Charlotte can do. LaMelo, Con Knipple, my boy Brandon Miller. You got to hold it down. And go to the West. The Clippers play against the Warriors. I like the Clippers coming out of that.
Yeah, the Clippers coming out of that.
Yeah, the Clippers been. The Clippers been listen, bro. Clippers been hot. Clippers been hot, man. They found their way. They found their stride. They found out what they need to do to win. I like the Clippers, man. The Clippers, they beat the Warriors. I believe they played tonight. They played tonight. I don't know who won the game because I've been preparing for the show. But the Clippers got the season series. The Clippers out rebound them every time. The Clippers out rebound them every time, and they get to the free throw line more than the Warriors. So they have ample amounts of opportunity to score. So all offensive rebounds means extra possessions, and if they're getting fouled, they're getting some free points in there. And the Warriors gonna come out trying to shoot and do all this other stuff. I think the Clippers gonna be ready. I think this is going to be the staple or the signature for the Clippers season. After everything that went down, the Chris Paul, the losing, the Bradley Beal never playing, James Harden being traded in mid-season, I think this is going to be the signature for the Clippers.
So you see the Clippers making the playoffs?
I don't think that. You say it again?
You see the Clippers in the playoffs?
I see the Clippers in the playoffs.
Okay.
I see the Clippers in the playoffs. The next one is the Suns and the Trailblazers. The Suns leads the series of 2-1. Booker and Brooks didn't play. Dylan Brooks didn't play the games that the Blazers won. All right. So here's the thing, man. I think the Phoenix could take care of business. I don't think the Blazers fell off after the All-Star break.
Okay, after the All-Star break.
They fell off after the All-Star break.
Of course. They'll try to get Denny into the All-Star game.
And his points dropped. His points dropped from 26 to 18 or 19 or some shit like that.
Yep.
So it was like the lights might be too bright for them. Mm-hmm. I think Devin Booker been there. He can lead the way. He's been leading this series, averaging 26 points a game. So I see the Suns getting out of this one. Yep. I see the Suns getting out of this one. But you know who I got winning it all, man? You know who I got winning it all? Spurs, brother. I got Spurs, man. Shout out to Wemby, man. Look, Wemby got a lot in the tank, bro. He got a lot that's left. He's been scoring 25 points a game in 29 minutes. You see, Joker got the best of them in the last series, the last game they played, but that was an overtime game, and it was Aaron Gordon who was the X factor in that one. So I do see the Spurs going far. I think they need to increase Wemby minutes when necessary. I think the first round they keep the same minutes for him, but as the playoffs move on, you're gonna see a different Wemby. I think you see a different Spurs team. But that's all we have for you, man. That's all you have for today, man. Make sure y'all guys continue to follow, continue to subscribe, continue to share. We're doing all this from the muscle. We appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together, welcome to Score Society.